some first things first. Taking a look at why businesses don't make it. You know, there are a lot of, you've heard a lot of stories about businesses lasting less than 5 years, or way make it past 5 years, you can make it what have you. Well, it doesn't necessarily go that way, but we do know that businesses don't make it, and they don't make it for a variety of reasons. One of the first, inadequate planning. People just, a lot of times I find here at Entrepreneur Works, people have an idea today, they start doing something tomorrow without really putting any thought into what it is that they're doing and doing no planning at all. And you'll find that having some kind of business plan, some kind of planned out thought about what you're going to do makes a big difference, and we'll talk about that. Inadequate research. I had a person not long ago that had an idea about a product. They went to someone to make a prototype. Once the prototype was made, they had the product made. After they had it made, they had it shipped to them, and then they were ready to sell it. But when they got the product and tried to go out into the marketplace to sell it, they found that the price they were selling it at was totally off market in terms of being competitive in the marketplace. The stores that they thought they could sell it to that would resell it weren't interested in the product at all because the profit margins weren't great, and a lot of the features that the guy thought was making his product better than others really didn't mean anything to those retailers, and they had seen those before. It didn't really have a real advantage. The story is the guy had not done any research related to the marketplace at all. He just had an idea and a product with a lot of money invested in it. And you'll find that a lot of people skip this step here in terms of understanding the marketplace and the industry that they have to function in to try to make money. And one of the big things that people should do up front is to kind of identify what it is that they're dealing with in the marketplace. Who's the customer? How do people buy? Who's already out there selling the same thing that I'm trying to sell? Who's meeting that need and how? What is the price structure? What are competitors doing? Those are the kinds of things you want to research. But inadequate research causes people to lose. Under-resourced, not enough money, or not knowing the right people, not having the right equipment or supplies. Not having enough money a lot of times in business is worse than not having any at all. Because being under-resourced, not having enough money allows you to get out there so far out in the water, till you're so far out you can't turn back, but you can't keep going either. And you'll find that a lot of businesses don't make it because they underestimate what the cost is to truly get the business running. Unprepared owner. That was me. Had no idea of how a business worked, no idea about whether the concept that I was talking about doing was feasible or not. Didn't know anything. And being unprepared, I see that you all have at least taken the first step in trying to address this one by at least trying to come out and find out some information about how to get started. And if you can stay on this path to try to get yourself prepared for this, those are some of the things that make a business successful. But then, the big thing, and this was me, the wrong process. Doing the wrong things first. And at Entrepreneur Works, I see this one more so than anything else. You ask people what are the first things to do, and you get a myriad of answers that don't have anything with doing the right things in terms of the first step, the second step, the third step, so forth and so on. And it's this process that kills a lot of businesses from the outset.